Why did Cadillac choose two drivers who were dropped from their seats just 1 year ago? What made them reject 15 other candidates, including rising stars like Fred Vesti and Mick Schumacher? And how did conversations with Red Bull personnel completely change their view of Sergio Perez? According to Lawrence Barretto's exclusive Sky Sports reporting, the answers reveal Formula One's most calculated gamble in years. According to Sky Sports live coverage, Cadillac spoke to upwards of 15 drivers during their selection process. As Lawrence Barretto reported, this wasn't casual interest. Dan Taurus, Cadillac's CEO, described it as pressure testing their entire driver lineup. The candidates were impressive. Sky Sports confirmed Fred Vesti, Mercedes' reserve, was seriously considered. Former Haas racer Mick Schumacher threw his hat in the ring. Aston Martin reserve Felipe Drugovich was evaluated. Even Zhou Guanyu, Bottas' former Sauber teammate who's currently Ferrari's reserve, was of interest according to Barretto's analysis. But here's the crucial detail from Sky Sports. Cadillac had narrowed it down to 4 different driver pairings with 4 specific drivers. They were genuinely torn between going with experience like Audi's approach with Nico Hülkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto, or throwing an American driver into the mix. The timeline reveals everything. According to Sky Sports coverage, these conversations intensified over July. Dan Taurus admitted they messed around with a couple of pairings before realizing experience was what they needed. As Barretto explained, they need to hit the ground running essentially next year. Here's the revelation from Sky Sports' exclusive interview with Dan Taurus. When evaluating Sergio Perez, Cadillac didn't just rely on his track record. They went directly to Red Bull personnel, engineers and senior management to get their unfiltered assessment of the Mexican driver. What they discovered contradicts everything we've heard. According to Barretto's reporting, Red Bull actually rated Perez quite highly. The relationship breakdown wasn't about his fundamental abilities. It was about performance under pressure and the deteriorating dynamic within the team structure. But there was another crucial test. As detailed in Sky Sports coverage, Cadillac spent extensive time convincing themselves that Perez had the hunger to return. Unlike Bottas, who had been vocal every race weekend about wanting to come back, Perez had stepped away from the spotlight completely. He'd been training hard, but was he mentally ready? The interview process became critical. Dan Taurus revealed that Perez passed with flying colors because of how expressive and passionate he was about returning. This wasn't a driver looking for one last payday. This was someone with genuine unfinished business. Meanwhile, Valtteri Bottas was playing a completely different strategic game according to Sky Sports analysis. While Perez was working quietly behind the scenes, Bottas had been strategically positioning himself all year as Mercedes' reserve driver. According to Sky Sports analysis, the Finn wasn't just collecting a paycheck. As Lawrence Barretto reported, Bottas embedded himself in engineering meetings, spent significant time in the simulator, and crucially, played a key role in car development for 2026. He was gathering intelligence on the new regulations while keeping himself race fit. Then came that Instagram moment. Sky Sports noted that around 9 weeks ago, post-Canada, Bottas posted a reel showing a Cadillac seat with the caption, "That would be nice." At that point, according to the coverage, nothing was set in stone. It was classic Bottas, putting himself in the shop window while maintaining plausible deniability. But Bottas brought something else crucial to the table. He has 3 years of experience with Ferrari power units from his time at Sauber. Since Cadillac will be powered by Ferrari engines in 2026, this experience suddenly became invaluable, according to Sky Sports reporting. The contrast in approaches was stark. Perez had taken himself completely off the radar, focusing on family time and training. Bottas had made himself impossible to ignore while gathering critical 2026 intelligence. The final decision came down to a fundamental question that every new team faces. Do you build for the future or compete immediately? According to Sky Sports' comprehensive coverage, Cadillac made their choice clear. Combined, Perez and Bottas bring 527 Grand Prix starts to the table. That's more than 500 races worth of experience knowing how to handle pressure, develop a car, and crucially, galvanize a team during difficult periods. As team principal Graham Loudon stated in the official announcement covered by Sky Sports, they've seen it all, and they know what it takes to succeed in Formula One. But more importantly, they understand what it means to help build a team. The experience factor extends beyond just driving. According to Lawrence Barretto's analysis, Perez knows how to galvanize a team and drive them forward from his challenging times at Force India when the team almost went into administration. Bottas brings knowledge from both the success at Mercedes and the grinding reality of the Sauber years. But there's also a commercial element. As James Hinchcliffe pointed out in the Sky Sports coverage, Perez probably has the largest individual fan base of any driver on the grid, while Bottas has grown in leaps and bounds as a personality since leaving Mercedes. Formula One is about to undergo its most significant regulatory overhaul in years. New chassis regulations, new engine formulas, everything changes in 2026. According to Sky Sports analysis, this levels the playing field in ways that could benefit a new team like never before. As Lawrence Barretto noted, there will be potential reliability issues and a slightly mixed-up pecking order like we tend to see at every regulation change. This creates opportunities that simply wouldn't exist in a stable regulatory period. Cadillac isn't coming in blind. They're powered by Ferrari engines, which insiders suggest will be among the class leaders according to Sky Sports reporting. If the power unit becomes the determining factor early in the season, Cadillac could find themselves competitive much sooner than expected. The driver pairing suddenly makes perfect sense in this context. Both Perez and Bottas know how to finish races and stay out of trouble. Crucial skills when reliability becomes a factor during regulation changes. They've both proven they can maximize car performance even when the machinery isn't championship contending. But perhaps most importantly, they're both hungry. As James Hinchcliffe observed in the Sky Sports coverage, neither of these drivers were done with F1. They have what he called unfinished business, the kind of motivation that can't be manufactured or bought. This isn't just about getting two experienced drivers. It's about getting two drivers who feel they have something to prove, combined with a regulatory reset that could shuffle the competitive order completely. The announcement answers some questions, but raises many others. Cadillac still needs to name a reserve driver, with Sky Sports coverage suggesting this could be where they finally bring in younger talent, or potentially an American driver as part of their long-term academy plans. The real test begins now. According to comprehensive Sky Sports reporting, Cadillac is working at pace across 3 bases, in Fishers, North Carolina, and Silverstone, to get their team operational for 2026. Will two 35-year-old drivers who lost their seats just 1 year ago prove that experience trumps youth in Formula One's newest chapter? Can Cadillac's calculated gamble pay off when the lights go out in 2026? And most intriguingly, what does this mean for the 13 other drivers they ultimately passed over? The answers will define not just Cadillac's immediate future, but potentially reshape how new teams approach Formula One for years to come. What do you think? Was this the right call? Or should Cadillac have taken a bigger risk on youth? Let me know in the comments below.